welcome back. I hope you're all well. I've got a Christmas video today. I wanted to make kind of like a little bit of a Christmas series. If you followed me for a while, you know Christmas is my thing. I absolutely love it. I was going to get straight in and explain what this is all about. You notice by the title, it's not like your typical B&M or whatever home bargains haul. We'll start by saying I love B&M and I love home bargains and I love finding a bargain. I thought I'd bring something a little bit different to the table just because everybody is doing that. No doubt I'll probably do one at some point, but I thought I'd make a video on having a bit more of a sustainable Christmas. It is something I'm trying to introduce more into my lifestyle as a whole, not just for Christmas. And I know when you do go shopping into the likes of B&M, Poundland, all that, it's not very sustainable at all. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I do still shop in those shops, but I think introducing a little bit here and there is a good way to introduce yourself into a more sustainable lifestyle, if that makes any sense at all. I'm one of those people that likes a mix of both, so I'm never going to stop shopping on the high street because I love shopping. However, I am going to try and crank it down a little bit and mix it up with thrifted items. Bit of a long rambly introduction, but I thought I'd just get that out of the way. I'm going to jump straight in and show you some ways to make your Christmas a little bit more sustainable. I've got gift wrapping, actual gifts, decorations, all that jazz. So I'm just going to jump in and start. So the first thing I wanted to touch on was Christmas wrapping. I've only recently found out that a lot of wrapping paper isn't actually even recyclable. So that kind of shocked me. The amount of wrapping paper we throw away every year is disgusting, just in my household. So all over the world it must be absolutely like colossal. And it's that sort of wrapping paper that's got like a plasticky feel, and some wrapping papers have got like a foil feel. So this year I've opted for like the craft brown paper, you know, like you post your packages in and stuff. Loads of shops do them. Paper Chase does it. You can get it just from the post office, Hobbycraft, loads of places. I got this when I was on holiday a few weeks back in Sidmouth, just from this really cute little shop. I can't remember what it was called, but they did loads of this brand, and I have googled it. You can get it on the internet. It's called East of India. They do such nice stuff. So it's basically just your brown craft paper, and it's got little black Christmas trees on and tiny black polar bears, and it just says Merry Christmas in red print. Haven't actually opened it yet. A little bit more pricey, but I don't mind paying that if it is recyclable. This was £3.50 and you get 3 metres, so not the cheapest. If I ever get a gift or any like PR packaging with ribbons or anything on, I've got like a ribbon box, so I will reuse all my ribbons as well. So it's just a really nice way of reusing old packaging. Also from that shop I picked up just a plain 8 metres of brown paper, and it's the exact same colour as that one. You can get like a more browny colour, but this is like a light brown. And I think it is just called Craft with a K. Is it with a K they spell it? I'll link some options below. I was going to print this myself, so I've got a ink pad. I actually picked these up from Hobbycraft. I've got a white ink pad. That was £1. I got a Merry Christmas stamp, which was about 80p. And then I've had these for years. They're just tiny little letter stamps, so you can write on the gift wrap. I just think it's really nice. If you've got the time, I think it's a really nice little personal touch to your gift wrap, so I can't wait to get that done. And for the kids' presents, I got this one, which I found in Paper Chase, and it's the craft paper, but it's covered in little penguins, which I thought was really cute. Love this. And it was £5 for 5 metres, so again, quite expensive, but you get a lot on there, and at the moment they're doing the 3 for 2 on Christmas gift wrap. Sticking with the gift wrap, I picked up some craft luggage tags from a local stationery shop. It was £3.50 for 70, so you get tons in here. I've actually been making my own, so I've gold leafed these. From the same shop I got a little pot of foil flakes, so these are just gold leaf flakes basically. These are going to be the gift tags to go on the craft wrapping paper. So I've been making those. I know Hobbycraft isn't the most sustainable shop. They sell plastic, everything, and just loads of stuff that no one actually needs. But I did find this and I couldn't help but pick it up. It's a little Christmas tree hole punch. So it makes a little Christmas tree in the bottom of your gift tag, or you could hole punch your wrapping paper or your Christmas cards. Loads of different shapes as well, but I thought that was really cute, and it was only £1. So yeah, again, the gift tags are recyclable. A lot of gift tags have got that plastic film on, which aren't. I thought buying them in bulk was a little bit more sustainable than buying 5 in one shop, 10 in another. You get my drift. I highly recommend making your own if you have got the time. It's such a personal touch, and it's just nice to see something different under the Christmas tree. Another option I have got for packaging is fabric wrap. Now, I had loads of fabric stored from when I used to make t-shirts and stuff. Back in the day, I don't know whether anyone's like an OG subscriber, but I did used to have a little shop selling t-shirts. That's long gone now, I don't do it anymore, but I have loads of fabric left over. And I found a Japanese technique. It is called furoshiki wrapping. I'll leave a video of how to do it below, but I'm not the best. I'm still trying to get the hang of it. But I thought it was really cool. So I've got all my old fabric out of the attic. I've got like a red tartan, kind of like an autumnal floral print, and a Christmas snowflake. We've got like a running tradition in the family where everyone gets like hotel chocolate gift boxes and stuff for Christmas. So I want to try and wrap them in fabric this year, just so it's not wasted. I could easily just go outside and put all this in the bin because I don't actually use it, but I thought to give it as gifts and try and wrap gifts in that Japanese style would be really cute. I think they'd look really nice under the tree, especially this red snowflake one. It's got kind of like a Scandi sort of vibe to it. It's really effective and a nice way to use up all your old fabric. So onto gifting. There's tons of sustainable ways that you can gift. Go onto Pinterest and type it in. That's what I did. But I have made a couple of things, or got a couple of things in mind that I am going to do. First one is I batch made these yesterday. They are bath salts. You can make your own, but I just didn't have the time before this video, so I didn't do that, unfortunately. That would be like a more sustainable way of doing it. I went to TK Maxx and bought a lavender one and a rose petal one. I think it cost me like £6 in total, and I mixed the two massive bags together and I managed to get 6 little jars of these. So popped them all in a jar. I had some pressed flowers from my rose bush back in the summer, so I tore those up and put it in as well, so it's extra rosy. Put a twig of eucalyptus, one of the gold leaf tags, and just some little bells on it with some brown twine. I think this at the bottom of someone's stocking is really cute. It's handmade, it's thoughtful. You can get 6 presents out of 2 big bags of bath salts. Absolute bargain, and I love receiving homemade gifts. I love giving homemade gifts, and I just think they look really effective. Such a simple one to do. These jars are actually like jam jars. I've had them in the cupboard for years. I never use them to make jam just because I've never got around to it. So I use them for this, but that is another thing you could do. You could make jam, you could make biscuits, just something nice, just stuff out the stockings a little bit, and I really enjoyed doing this. I will definitely be doing it for birthdays. It's not just limited to Christmas, so a really nice idea. A couple of other gift ideas are hampers. Now hampers go down well. You can really customise them to the person. So say if you've got a husband or a brother that's really into their cars, you could fill it full of stuff for the car, stuff it into a basket, or for sisters you could do like bath bombs, homemade bath salts. This is just a little hamper I picked up from the charity shop. It was 50p, so again I'm reusing stuff. It's second hand, it's sustainable. And to buy hampers in like B&M and that, okay, they're quite a bit bigger, but that means you've got to buy some more stuff to fill it, and they're like £5–6. So if you do head into your charity shops, they've always got baskets. One with the handles are really nice as well to give as gifts. You can stuff it full of like raffia, which is also recyclable. Create your own Christmas present basically. I feel like they're really good if you've got that someone in your life that is so hard to buy for. If they've got a hobby, you can kind of just like hone in on that and fill a basket full of stuff. It's a really nice gift to receive. Again, with hampers, people will use everything you put in them because it's thought about to cater to that person's hobby. If you've got a foodie friend, I'd love to receive this, but you could do homemade biscuits, chocolate, a bit of gin, some tonics, some tea bags, anything. Possibilities are endless. So I'll be making some hampers this year. Another reason to get them from the charity shop as well is they don't all look the same. You get a basket in every shape, size, colour, texture. So I love my charity shop baskets. Also really good for decorating as well. I've got tons around my house. I need to stop buying them. Another gift idea is something a little bit controversial. Not everyone likes doing it. I don't mind because I love second-hand stuff anyway. As you know, I'm always in the charity shops. But re-gifting. Now, a lot of people won't like this. Lots of people like stuff with a tag on that's new. Obviously, it's not a way to get rid of all your old shit that you don't want. No one wants to receive like a pair of old pants or some socks that you've already worn. I don't mean like that. What I mean is something like a nice cookbook if you've got a foodie friend, or like a novel you've read that you absolutely love and you want someone else to experience it and it's still in really good condition. I've got loads of cookbooks. I'd probably be giving some away this year. I read through them, they're still in brand new condition, and then they just sit on the shelf. So obviously I'll never be giving away my Nigel Slater Christmas Chronicles because it is my favourite, and here's my favourite chef. Just taking this for an example, you could put it in a fabric that I showed earlier and do it in one of those Japanese knots and re-gift it. If it's in perfect condition, I don't see what the problem is. Not everything's got to have a tag on it, not everything's got to be brand new. It's the thought that counts, and I feel like if I received that, I wouldn't think, oh my god, she's giving me something second hand. I'd think that's a really nice, thoughtful gift, wrapped up really well, saving the planet, because you're not buying a load of shit from a shop that you don't need. So my next thing will be interiors. So much money is spent on decorating the house for Christmas. I've had to rein it in a little bit because I've gone a little bit mad. However, I do like to buy second hand. This tree behind me is all from a charity shop, other than the tree itself, because I couldn't actually find a tree from the charity shop that was more than a foot tall. They only do seem to do the little ones. I was being really greedy this year and I decided to get a bedroom tree, but we do have a real tree every year that is like the main tree in the house. I wanted the tree in the bedroom just to kind of set it off a little bit. It might be our last Christmas in this house, so I kind of wanted to make it as Christmassy as possible. But my one rule was I wasn't going to spend a load of money on decorations. So I went to my charity shop, I got a bag full. It was literally like a bin liner full of stuff. It had a garland in it, it had a load of baubles, some tree garlands, all sorts. I could show you a close-up, and a big decoration around the bottom, which you can't see, but I'll show you in a close-up. And it's made of metal and it's all like glittery and gold. It's so pretty, especially when all the lights are on. So from the charity shop I got these white baubles. Now they didn't come with any strings on, but I didn't mind that because I went to the shed, got the garden string out and put them on like brown twine, and I think they look so cute. It gives the tree a bit of a woodland theme. You can decorate a Christmas tree from the charity shops and you can do it second hand. This is proof. I do want to get a couple more bits, so I'm probably just going to pull some stuff out of the garden like eucalyptus and shove it in. When we get the real tree we always cut a few of the lower branches off, so I might just stick a couple in this one to kind of bulk it out a bit. But now is the time to go to the charity shops and pick up old decorations because they're putting on like their Christmas displays, Christmas windows. So if you do want to do a Christmas tree on a budget, then head to your charity shop now. So I take a lot of my Christmas inspiration from the White Company. I get their catalogue delivered. I never buy anything from there just because it's so overpriced, and I think you can get it all from the charity shop. If you look hard enough, if you're prepared to like delve through all the old shit, then you'll find it. It's like these white baubles. I think they look so White Company, especially with a little bit of twine added. A pack of these at the White Company would be like £15–20, and I'm just not prepared to pay that. I absolutely adore the visual side of the White Company, but the price, I mean, don't get me wrong, if I could afford it I probably would buy it, but you can take so much inspiration from them, like the pine cones. They've always got pine cones in there. You could always add the garden string to some pine cones and pop them on the tree as well. I think that'd look really nice. And it's like these jars as well with the candles in. I don't know if you've seen them before, but charity shops have always got this silver like foil patterned glasses in. You've just got to look. And all you need to do is pop a tea light in. Okay, you don't get that really nice smell, but if you're feeling extra creative, you can make your own candles in them. They've got things in there like silver glitter acorns. Well, I just think you can go to the park, get a handful of acorns and spray them yourself. It's so simple. You've just got to be creative, and because I've got quite a creative mind, I love doing all that kind of thing. I do understand that people haven't got the time or they're really not into it and they'd rather just buy it, but they're so easy to do. Sticking with decorating the home, you can get some gorgeous pieces from the charity shop. I love homeware charity shopping. In fact, it's about time I went and did some more because I haven't done any for ages. But you can pick up like glass bowls, fill them with pine cones, baubles, have them as like a centre decoration, or you could put a big pillar candle in. You can have foliage around it, or you could put all your Christmas oranges in, the ones that are like got cloves all poked in them. I think this was 50p from the charity shop. Again, this in like the likes of the White Company would be about 50 quid, so you can do it, you've just got to have the eye for it, and once you've got the hang of it, it's super easy. We haven't got a table, we've got like a breakfast bar in the kitchen, so we usually have like a silver, I think last year we did anyway, like a silver table runner. And then I'm going to make all my own centerpieces this year, so I'm going to try and make them out of glass, so I need to pop down to the charity shop and see if I can find any more glassware, but Such a nice way of doing it. You have to use glassware. You can also use wooden bowls. I like the idea of sitting this inside a wreath. So you've got the wreath going around the bottom, like a pillar candle inside with all foliage. Like I said, about the glass bowl. Or you could fill it with sweets for the kids, have your crackers in it, just sat on the table. Many possibilities, and this was only £1 from the charity shop, so I feel like it's something like Habitat would do. Is Habitat still a thing? I think they still have Habitat. It's such a nice, like, sleek design. It's quite Scandi. I love that sort of homeware vibe. So I've mentioned foliage a few times in this video, and what I mean by that is like your eucalyptuses, your Christmas tree branches. I'm sure you know what foliage is, but this is like a perfect example. I love like browns and creams in the home. I think they look really nice, and this is just one. I've had this up all year round, to be fair, but I'm going to add some lights to it and a bit more green. I've got like a pampas grass thing that I actually found on the pavement down the road yesterday. You're probably going to think, God, you're so weird. The teasels, which my mum dried out from her garden last year. This is I can't remember the name of the plant, put it across the screen, I can't remember off the top of my head. Had it in my front garden in the summer and it dried out into this like gorgeous star shape. So just a pot like that sat on the side I think is so like white company. Honestly, you pay so much in the florists for like a stem would probably cost you £2 to £3, and there's loads in here. So it's just a case of going and collecting or getting from the garden and bringing the garden inside a little bit. I think with some battery kind of lights woven through this, I think it looks so nice. And I just got it in an old squash bottle, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You might think, Kate, you're so weird, why don't you just go to the shops and buy all this? But that's besides the point. Right, the last thing I did actually pick up from Hobbycraft, and like I said, it's not the most sustainable of shops. However, these are made with craft paper, so they're easily recyclable, and personalise them so they don't just get thrown away like every Christmas. And they're the fillable crackers. The thing I hate about crackers is one, they're not always recyclable. Two, unless you pay an arm and a leg, there's so much crap inside a cracker that is made out of plastic and it just goes in the bin. No one wants it, and I just feel like they're a massive waste of money every year. The adults, on Christmas Day, I thought I'd personalise them. They come with a hat each, they come with the snap, they come with the curling ribbon to tie around the ends, which probably isn't recyclable, so I'm going to use garden string, like twine. I'm going to find a little gift for each person and pop it inside. So it's a much nicer experience than getting a load of crap that you don't want. As for the jokes, I'm going to write my own because they're always so predictable, and I'm just going to write some filthy jokes that people actually want to hear. But all my family are just pure filth, so they will love that. I'm probably going to gold leaf the outside as well, like I showed earlier, so that would look really effective. Other than this plastic on the box, they are pretty sustainable. I hope that's helped some of you guys. Some of you might think I'm absolutely bonkers and I've got too much time on my hands, which I probably am bonkers, and yes, I do have a lot of time on my hands, but I like being creative and I like doing this sort of thing. I hope it's given you some inspiration to not just shop in the high street. Like I say, it's more or less impossible to watch a YouTube video where people are getting all these nice things and you want to go out and buy them, because I do. I watch people's Poundland hauls and B&M hauls and I'm like, oh my god, I want it all. But in reality, it's just shit that you don't need, and you can make an equally as nice Christmas doing it from the likes of the charity shops, or making your own stuff and making sure it is a little bit more sustainable than just grabbing all the plastic off the shelves. So if you want to see more videos like this, then let me know. I know the sustainable thing's a bit of a touchy subject at the moment. People are getting torn apart for filming anything to do with it. I feel like if you don't talk about it, someone's down your throat, and if you do talk about it, they're hounding you for doing it wrong. So just think baby steps into it from all of us can help, and here are a few ways that I'm trying to do my bit this year. If you want to see any more Christmas videos, please let me know. I was thinking about doing decorating the house and bringing the big tree in. I hope you're all well. Please make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!